Ooh. Welcome back to Garage Outdoors on Garage Matters. Today we're gonna try our luck again. It's a beautiful morning, but it's also pretty windy out here. Take a look at this. Super windy day, but we'll see if this will be a productive day. Purposely came early because I wanted to catch the sunrise. I'm gonna set this camera down and just record the sunrise and myself fishing. So we'll go ahead and get started. I did bring 3 rods again, 7.6, my 8 foot, and my 5 foot trout rod. Oh, it's down. Down. Oh, it's running. I'm gonna let it run just a little bit more. Alright, it's on. What do we got today? Oh my gosh. First fish of the day, guys. Catfish. A little cat, but we'll go ahead and toss him back in. Not a big guy, but catching is better than not catching. Alright, take a look at this little guy. Go ahead and toss them back in. Well, looks like they're hitting it. Oh, it's on. Oh yeah. Catfish alley again, guys, look. Another little cat. So the other day, we were farther down along this shoreline over here. We were catching bigger ones down there, but up on this side over here, seems like we're catching the smaller ones, or it just could be that it's so windy that these smaller ones are up closer. But we'll go ahead and keep trying and see if we can pull out big boy. Oh, I think I got something on this other rod. Let me go down here. It was pecking. Let me come down here. Hold this. No, it came off. Take the bait. Came off. All right, get another bait on here and toss it in there. Try this again. I'm gonna try to throw it back in that trough and see if we can get another hit. Alright, I don't think it's that far. Whoa. We got a big one. Oh, this is a big one. All right, come on, come on. Oh yeah, this is a big one. All right, guys, these guys down deep. I think this is our target species right here. Let's go normal here, boys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the one. Ooh. Ooh. This is the one, guys. Come over here. All right, guys, here we go. Flip this guy over here. Take a look at this. Take a look at this guy. All right, guys. Take a look at this guy. Excellent size right here. I think we'll probably call it a day. My wife wants one of these really bad, so it's another hybrid striped bass. Looks about, probably about a good 20 inches. Probably about 20. Go ahead and get a measurement on it. From the tip of the tail all the way to the end. This is 22 incher, guys. Excellent fish. All right, guys, there she is. 22-inch hybrid striped bass. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Been on the water for about an hour. All right, guys, we're actually home now. I brought this fish home, but we're gonna do another measurement. I originally thought it was 22 inches long, but with the tail pinch like this, it's actually 23 inches long. As you can see, it's about 23 and a half. So this is a pretty big size fish. We'll go ahead and get a measurement of the girth right here. So we're gonna stick this underneath him and wrap it around and then see how. Okay, so he's about 13 and a half, close to 14 inches in girth. So this is a pretty big fish, and the reason why I brought it home this time was because my circle hook is actually lodged down inside of his throat right there. He actually swallowed it, but you can kind of see it's way down there now. So I had to cut the line in. I didn't want to let him go because he might die, and so I just thought it would be best to go ahead and bring it home. And the reason why I use a leader is like up here, there's a lot of bristles up here. So if I didn't have that 20-pound test fluorocarbon leader, it would have eventually rubbed through that line and cut the line, and then the fish would have essentially got away. So that's why I always use like a heavier size leader. For these freshwater lakes, I use a 20-pound test. So for this guy, I haven't did a catch and clean yet, so I think that's what I'm gonna do with this guy right here. I'm gonna do a catch and clean, and I really wasn't planning on doing a catch and clean, but then I think this guy I'm gonna just fillet like the top portion and then batter it with some fish batter and turn it into a fish sandwich, and then we'll see how it tastes. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out just fine since we're just gonna deep fry some of the fillets. Now I got home early enough to where I could cook up some breakfast. Here we have some sausage, bacon, and southwestern omelet. I did top it off with some salsa right here, and then I'll have a cup of orange juice. Once we're done with breakfast, we'll go ahead and continue on with our catch and cook. Alright guys, we got the fish in the sink. I'm just gonna clean in the sink. I don't have a cleaning table outside, so we're just gonna use this from now. And to get the scales off, all I'm gonna do is just use a spoon right here. I'm just gonna go like this, get all the scales off. We'll also need a good pair of kitchen shears to cut the fins. over here, a chopboard, small little knife, and a cleaver to cut through the spine. Now we have the fish cleaned right here. I went ahead and cut all the fins off already. I did clean the inside out because we're gonna use some of this fish for some soup as well too. But we'll go ahead and portion this fish accordingly. We're gonna make a fish sandwich out of this fish. So let's go ahead and get this cut up. That should do it. Now let me show you guys how this meat looks like. So this fish meat, that's what it looks like. It's a nice white colored meat. And if you smell it, it doesn't smell fishy at all because this is a really fresh fish and it hasn't been frozen, so it's not going to smell fishy at all. Some freshwater fish, such as largemouth bass that you catch out of those retention ponds, if you ever try to eat one of those, or those tilapias, they smell like pond water, but this one doesn't smell like anything. It just smells nice and fresh. So let's go ahead and get this other piece of the fish portioned off and get it skinned, filleted, and battered. Now for our fillet, I'm just gonna use this little knife right here. Just go down the spine right here, and then kind of cut along the rib cage down here, and then come back up. And then the rest of the bones, I'm just gonna save it for the broth for our soup. So I'm not too worried about getting it really nice and clean and getting all the meat off. But we'll just go like this. And you can feel the rib cage along the knife right here as you're doing this, and you're just going to kind of slowly peel off the meat while you're running the blade of your knife along the rib cage like this. And then it's just going to come right off like that. Alright, that is probably good. I'm going to just go ahead and cut it right here. And come back down on the skin side, and then just cut it off. Then we'll skin it after we get the other piece. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Come along the spine right here. Now we gotta get the skin off. All I'm gonna do is just grab part of the skin right here, put the blade in between the skin and the meat, and just go like that. And there's our fillet. Go ahead and get the rest of the bones off so we don't bite into any of the bones right here. A couple of bones right here. Now this red part, that's part of the lateral line, so we're just going to chunk this in the trash. Sometimes this bloodline is really fishy, so I don't really like eating it. I normally just cut it out. So we'll go ahead and toss that in the trash. And then here's our fillet. We're gonna put this over here to the side. Do the same thing with this one right here. There we go. And this is how much meat we came up with. So this fish was a really good size for eating. I did come out with a lot of meat, so, and there's how the meat looks like. So I'm just gonna put it in the Ziploc bag for now and save it for later on in the week. And all these bones, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna use it as part of my stock for my fish soup. So same thing with the head, I'm gonna save it for the soup. And all these larger fish, this is the filet mignon of the fish right here. This cheek meat right here. This is probably the best part of the fish right here. Now these mussels and shrimp, I didn't use these at all. These were still frozen in the freezer, so I'm gonna thaw them out and use them as an appetizer. Now I got my pot of oil on the stove right now. I got the heat to medium high right now. We're just gonna let this oil get hot. We're gonna come back over here and start battering up our meat right here. Now this is the batter I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna pour it in here. Come over here and grab our fish. All right, I think that's good. Just make sure it's nice and coated. Grab our shrimp, mussels, roll it around in this batter. Now while we're waiting for the oil to get hot, let's go ahead and get our bun set up. This is just a regular hamburger bun, lettuce and tomato, and whatever spread you want to use. I like using Dijon mustard. Just gonna slap it on this bun right here. Now we gotta test if this oil is hot. What I'm gonna do is just use some water and just flick it in there. Alright, this oil is definitely hot enough. Let's go ahead and get the fish and toss it in here. Highly don't recommend that you do that, but that's something that my grandma taught me. Go ahead and take this fish, put it in here. Nice and hot. Do the same thing with the other fish. And we're just gonna cook it until it starts floating, and that's how we know that it's gonna be done. Alright, I'm pretty sure this fish is done. It's already floating up, but I'm not gonna wait until all these little bubbles disappear. I don't wanna overcook it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. Look at that. Nice golden color. Let's go ahead and get the mussels and shrimp in this oil. Alright. Now the mussels and shrimp, they don't take long to cook at all. Maybe 2 minutes tops. All these little bubbles, they're pretty much gone now, so I know that it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and remove them now. Alright, let's go ahead and plate this. Let's take a look at this fish first. I'm gonna break it apart and show you guys what the meat looks like. So that's how the meat looks like on this fish. Looks really nice and white and so much better than store-bought or restaurant quality when you make it at home. So this fish is really fresh, caught this morning. Let's go ahead and plate it. I'm gonna use this nice fillet over here, just put it on this bun right here. Just like that. And then we'll bring the mussels over here. Put some shrimp on here as well. Alright guys, this is our lunch. We've got some potato salad, some slaw, the fish that we caught, fried fish sandwich. Then around here we have the mussels and shrimp. Now it's time to dig in. Well, alright guys, for an hour this morning on the water to go catch this fish, bring it back home, and then still have time to cook a breakfast and prepare this lunch was definitely worth it. Let's go ahead and give this fish a try. I'm gonna start off with the fish first, see how it tastes like. Not sure if you hear that crunch, but it's nice, crunchy, soft white meat. Doesn't taste fishy at all. It tastes amazing. Best fish sandwich I ever had. When I was living in Florida,
about 10 years ago, there's this fish store. I always go eat there. Grouper sandwiches were $12, $13 back in the day. Can't imagine the prices nowadays, but this is a really good fish sandwich right here. Let's go ahead and try these mussels right here. Nice and crunchy. I like to wash it down with some adult beverages. Oh man, ain't nothing like a cold one. Give this fried shrimp a try. This shrimp's good. About the slaw. This slaw was, I didn't have time to prepare my own slaw this time, but I just ran out to a grocery store and picked up this slaw to see what it tastes like. It's not bad. Could use a little more pepper, but I'm definitely glad it's mayonnaise based. Some of that slaw that's made out of vinegar, not really for me. Try out this potato salad. Not bad for being store-bought. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video, that way I can finish my lunch. But make sure you join us next time on Garage Outdoors on Garage Matters, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.